Redefiners, welcome back to the club. Today we'll be talking about creating your happiness. That means being resilient about redefining yourself and creating your best life. We're your hosts, Tequila Friend and
Ebony Chapman.
Yes, and for those of you watching along, you can see we're joined by a very special guest. Let's welcome founder and CEO of House of Mira fashion brand, Tymera Finley.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I am doing amazing. I feel amazing. It's a beautiful day. It's great.
We say we talking about creating happiness and this girl come out
happy, okay?
It's a beautiful day. That's
right.
The energy we love.
It is a beautiful day though.
Yes.
In Los Angeles, it is a gorgeous day outside. So if you're not outside, get outside. Okay?
Definitely. So, I mean, as we talked about, you're a female entrepreneur with your own fashion brand. Tell us more about what House of Mira means to you and how did you get started?
So House of Mira is really like my baby. That is like my child. It all started off in high school in fashion design. Like I've always been into fashion, into styling and like accessories and stuff. But in high school, I took fashion design. And then like from there, I went to trade tech. And I kind of like used House of Mira as like an outlet to just like be positive and stuff and just inspire like other women and stuff like that. But like through clothing. So it's kind of how I got started.
Yeah, I mean, so I love clothes. I love a good style. We love clothes.
Literally.
Like I go to Akila's closet and I'm like ready to rate it at any second. Like she might come back with like, half her closet gone. Like I'm so serious. She is like cool with patterns and textures and like she inspires me at all times. So what are some of like your fashion inspirations when it comes to your style?
Definitely I would have to say Rihanna, Naomi Campbell, and Kimora Lee Simmons. I try to like mix all of them like into one together just to create like this awesome like look and like feel and vibe and stuff. Like Rihanna, she really doesn't care. She's very like edgy and like confident, like she'll throw on whatever, but it looks good, So and Naomi, she's more like high fashion as well as like Kimora. They're more high fashion, but they still can like rock anything and it looks like so good, So I just like take their like vibes and their little inspiration and try to just put it over here.
Yeah, I love that because with Kimora Lee and her baby fat, everything is very like streetwear. Like I know in the early 2000s, like everyone was trying to rock the baby fat.
Everyone had the baby fat.
Everybody needed the little baby.
That was to say that baby fat covered that jacket. You knew you were saying something. You had baby fat on.
Literally. So, and I love, and then Rihanna, I love Rihanna's style, like you were saying, because of it's edgy. She always is like leather, fringe. That big heart jacket, that was something Akila would wear.
Yes,
like,
I mean, Rihanna's my muse, honestly.
Yeah, like that is something Akila would wear, 1000%. So I know Rihanna, she definitely takes fashion risk, and it always pays off. So yes.
And Naomi is just, she's an icon, like you said. I love it. How do you incorporate that in your brand? I know that's your personal, like your focus, and you love those three women, but how does that tie back to House of Mira?
Well, honestly, I try to find pieces that literally like fit, like my style, but also would fit like their sense of style and then can just like relate to like other women as well. So yeah, whatever like the edgy and, like the street like style, like we have streetwear, we have like very edgy wear, we have custom pieces. So, I just try to take something, just a little piece from them and just put it into House of Mira, like different looks and different styles and like vibes and stuff like that.
I love that. And it looks like you might be wearing House of Mira as well. Yes. Yes, for those of us that are listening, the viewers listening, describe what you got on and, why they should obviously tap in.
Yes. Okay. So right now I'm wearing our His and Hers Never Basic tracksuit, and they come in sizes small all the way to 5X. Like I said, His and Hers, and we have 6 different colors. The material is amazing. It's very thick. It feels amazing on your body. And yeah, like I said, it's His and Hers. So if you want to match with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, this is the perfect look. Promise you.
I love a good tracksuit because you can just really rock that with the heels, with the tennis shoes. You could really do a lot with the tracksuit. Okay, yes. You could wear the pants and not the top not the bottom. Like it's all. I love it all. Okay,
she's a mix and max queen. You could do the top, the bottom,
all of it. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I was so ready because I want to talk about more about how you got started. Like, I think it's one thing for folks to have the brand and, have the clothes and out, but you you had to, you know, it had to go from an idea to actual development to an actual product. I know you don't necessarily, or you got some formalized training in fashion design, but how did you take that and, you know, rely largely on your own confidence, your own ideas, and push it forward? Tell us about the process of it all.
Well, honestly, like I said, it started back in high school, but I've always been into like fashion and stuff like that. And then I did go to Trade Tech and I, you know, studied fashion design there. But I feel like in the process, like I kind of like lost myself. So I was just looking for like a positive outlet. And like House of Tymera was literally like the positive outlet that I was going to take, you know, to inspire people, but then to like inspire myself. Like I was dealing with depression, I was dealing with anxiety, like molestation, just like a lot of different like things. So I really needed something that was like gonna uplift me, but then also like make me money at the same time. Like, let's just be honest. So, you know, I was just like, okay, like if this is going to uplift me and it's going to inspire other people, and then I can also like make money, like why not do it? You know, I've been through so much. So it's like, I needed like something positive. And this was just so positive compared to like where I've come from and just all that stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like the fact that yes, you recognize that this could be something positive, but you took what has happened to you or what, you know, your life experiences and said like, you know, I'm going to depend on myself. Like, what was that like to say, even though all this is happening, I'm dealing with depression, dealing with anxiety, had your molestation, you know, incident, how did that translate to saying, I'm going to still rely on myself to get to where I know I want to be versus relying on, let's say, you know, family, friends, what have you?
Yeah. I feel like it all kind of started like within the mind. Like you really just gotta get tired of people like not being there for you, not like supporting you, not like just like encouraging you. And you have to be like, okay, like if I really want it, like I have to be my biggest supporter. Like I have to be the one that's gonna like take me from A to like Z, you know, like despite whatever's going on, like I have to believe in myself to the utmost to where like I'm gonna see myself, you know, like in the stars, you know, like I made it, like I'm it. So I feel like it all starts within the mind, and you just have to like believe in yourself and believe in like your dreams more than anybody, because you're gonna meet a lot of people that like put you down and tell you you can't do it. Like I said, they won't support you, and like that could really tarnish you, you know. So you have to be strong-minded and you have to be like so determined, and you just have to want it to the point where it's just like I'm unstoppable, like I am the, you know, and I'm gonna like make it, like, you know. So yeah.
I feel like, tell us more about that and like your background and like your support system. Have you like, were your friends and family there to support you, or like, I know, or were you kind of really just 1000% on your own? I know you said that you found motivation within yourself, but I want to know like your core people that are supposed to be your core people, like were they there to help you?
If I could be honest, in the beginning, I don't feel like many people like supported me. Like even my family, like my mom, she was always there, but it's like the people like closest to you, you expect them to support you and go so hard for you, feel me? Even like you expect them to like buy your first like little product or whatever, but like they don't. So it really like the support wasn't there like in the beginning. Like it had to like build up. Like once people started seeing like Tommy the Clown and stuff like in my stuff, they're like, oh, you know, like that's how Tymera, you know, like whoop whoop whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, like bandwagon, hello, like. But yeah, like I feel like it wasn't there in the beginning, but now it's like it's picked up, of course, but definitely not. It wasn't there.
That's always how it is in the beginning with your friends and family, because they're like, oh my God, I hate to say this, but it's almost like some of them can be like your haters as well until you're popping, and then they see, oh, actually, now they want to be like, oh no, I know her. And it's like, okay, but you knew me beforehand, and like you didn't think I was going to be a big deal. And that's why, you know what I'm saying? Now that I'm a big deal, now you want to be next to me.
Yeah.
So it's hard to like even, so I guess in that sense, and I know Akila has a question. What do you say to the haters? Like, what do you say to those people? Like, how do you keep your distance? Because at that point, that person's kind of shown their ass. They've kind of shown you how they are to you, what they do to support you or not support you. So how do you keep that line separate now, if you want to?
No, yeah, I treat people accordingly. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm very nice, I'm very kind, I will kill you with kindness, but I will treat you accordingly. Like, you know, if you didn't support me in the beginning, don't think that, you know, you're about to come around now and it's just about to be like all peaches and cream and, you know, like I forgot about it. Like, no, like I still remember, I'm not gonna forget, but I'm still gonna love you and treat you like the same. I'll just carry you differently, you know, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. And I think that's the way to play it too. So, so that works out.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit more again. So that was the first step of the process, figuring out, you know what, now I thought my friends would support me, my family support me, but it seems like I have to convince them too. They're the first customers, not the first supporters. So you did that, you got more customers, you figured that out, but also the process of, you know, buying, designing, creating your brand, creating actual clothes. How did you go about that? I know you have a wholesaling license, if I'm not mistaken. So how did that happen? And how did you take that to then create, for instance, a tracksuit that you have on?
Mm-hmm. Well, like I grew up downtown, like all my schools were downtown. So I used to like stay literally like in the fashion district, like every morning almost, like, you know, till it closed at 6 p.m. Like I'm in the fashion district, I'm looking at fabrics, I'm looking at like different pieces, I'm looking at sewing machines, like even like different like tools and stuff, you know, to like use to create like, you know, different pieces, like again, fabrics. So the fashion district basically is just like my home. Like there is so much stuff down there. There's so many gyms down there. Like I started off with like buying stuff for like $1 and then like just reselling it, you know, like for a higher price and stuff. Oh, and Michael's. Like I started making my bodysuits at Michael's, you know, like with the iron on letters and stuff like that. So I would iron on the letters on my bodysuits that I got from downtown for about $2. And like, you know, I would sell it like for a higher price. But Michael's in downtown, I feel like really got me started. Like once I got the wholesale license, it was just like, it's on from there. Like, yes.
This is easy. Just, I'm curious. Again, this is not our world. Like the wholesaling license, you go online, search it, you figure it out, or how does that even work?
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, you literally can just go, to the IRS and just print out your wholesale license. Literally, it's free. You don't have to pay for nothing. They'll send it to you by email. It's literally like 1 to 3 day process, I want to say, or sometimes it can be faster, but it's free. People be charging, it's free. You can get your stuff for free. You can go make your money for free.
Give the tips to the people. Come on, this is what we're talking about.
Yes.
So look at that. I mean, it's all will, you know, you decided it's something you want to do, look it up. It's on like on the IRS too. I mean, come on, it don't get no more official than that. You figure that out. And then you got your stuff started with Michael's and downtown. And for those who are not within the LA or California, downtown LA is what she is referring to. After some time of doing that, is that still what you're doing now? Going downtown, Michael's, and potentially everything else? Or what's the next step after that?
Yeah, so I still go downtown. Like I have a lot of vendors down there, a lot of people I'm connected with. I love downtown. Like I still go downtown for sure. And then it's crazy because I recently just went to Michael's to get some letters for my new jackets. So yeah, you got to start back at home, you know, got to go back to first base. So I feel like, yeah, I'm just now getting back to Michael's, but forever I'm downtown.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you think that you'll ever see yourself doing more like manufacturer or someone that kind of takes that day-to-day hands-on work and duty of yourself to like and putting it somewhere else and moving your time, like do you see that as a future goal as well?
Yes, most definitely. Like I do plan to go like wholesale and like create my, you know, own like manufacturing company and stuff like that. So I do feel like it could be larger than life, you know, versus exactly what I'm doing now. I feel like things can come back around, like, you know, full circle. Like I'm there all the time, like buying wholesale stuff. Now I'm selling wholesale. So I don't know. I feel like there's a strong possibility. Yes.
Absolutely. I'm curious too, how do you form those connections? Do you go downtown or for folks in different cities, like, you know, perhaps there's a downtown version or fashion district version from where you're at. You see all these vendors, you see all these people. How do you where go from, start? Yeah, where do you start?
Like, we went down there too and we were lost.
We went downtown, child. We got 2 shirts.
And they were expensive. They were like $7.
I don't know where you saw that dollar shirt, but
right.
I'm trying to find
I was like, okay, yeah. How are you making these friendships, connections,
yes,
and moving forward from there?
No, so I don't go to like the alleys part. I don't go to that because nothing is wholesale right there. So I go to like San Pedro. Like I start on like, let's say 12th and San Pedro, and like I just work my way all the way down. But San Pedro is like your wholesale streets, like San Pedro, like Crocker and like stuff like that. You'll find stuff for like $2-3, and like a lot of like the wholesale vendors, they're not like wholesale. You can literally just walk in there and get like open. They're called open packs. So like if the pack is open, you can just get like 1 piece out of it, 2 pieces, basically however many you want, because the pack is open, so you don't have to buy the whole thing. And that's like the trick. And usually I recently learned that when you just walk into the store and you pretend like you've already been there, you know, like, you know, the store, this and that, they'll treat you like you've already been there, and they won't ask you for a wholesale license. They'll let you buy open pack, and it's just like they'll carry you completely different because it's like she knows her business, you know, they've been here before, they've worked with us before, they know what we do, but really you probably don't, but it's just the way that you go about it, you know. So that's like another little trick. Open packs are good, especially like if you're starting from like the bottom. I know I started off like with my open packs with my tracksuits because it was like, I don't want to buy a whole pack and I don't know if somebody's going to buy it or not, you know? So sample pieces are really good, and that's where the open packs come in.
Well, how many come in a whole pack, you know?
No, okay, so it all depends. Like for the tracksuits, I get 12 in a pack, and but usually you'll get like 6 in a pack, 2 smalls, 2 mediums, 2 large, or it'll be like 3, 2, 2, or like, you know, some little stuff like that. But yeah, usually no more than 6, but sometimes, like I said, for the tracksuits I get 12. So yeah, it all depends on the vendor, but usually it's 6 a pack.
Got it. So, I mean, you're doing all this, which is amazing. And I think these are tips that folks can, if they want to do, they can implement literally today. But what are some of the highs and lows of you operating House of Mirror overall?
I would say some of the highs would be just basically like the satisfaction, knowing that like you're building something, you know, from the ground up, and you get to see like other people like wearing your brand, like rocking it, loving it. Like that is like complete satisfaction when you get orders and like your whole house is filled with orders. I feel like that's like, oh my God, like, ugh. So that's really fun. And then I feel like the lows probably would be like, just like the trials and the tribulations that come with it, like the lack of support, like maybe like you might not have enough money to like buy merchandise, but you know, like you got merchandise up on your order, you know, but basically you need them to buy this, like 2 products in order for me to buy like a pack or to do this. So it's kind of like a win-win type of situation. Like you deal with that. It's stressful. You have to deal with like balance, you know, especially if you do everything by yourself, like the balance is crazy as heck, trying to find it. And, I feel like that's it as of right now. Definitely, yeah.
That's plenty. I mean,
yeah. So are you doing, I have a couple questions. So we're doing House of Mirror. Is this full-time or do we have another job?
No, it is full-time. But in 2019, I did have other jobs and stuff. Like I was working for Imperfect Produce. So like I was delivering and stuff, you know, my little produce, and I would still go home and work on House of Mirror. But now I've gotten to the point where it's just like, I've got it in my mind, like, I don't want to work for nobody else. Like I want to be my own boss. Like it's different. Like I think when you have your own business and then you're used to running your show, and then you go to someone else's business and then they try to run you, and you're like, wait, like, no, like I'm so used to running my own show. Like I am the boss. Like, what am I doing? So yeah, definitely. Now I don't do my other jobs, but now it's just House of Mirror full-fledged. Yeah.
And so I guess I want to know, like, what was the marketing on your end looking like? Since now this is your full-time gig. That means you're making enough money to support yourself. You're, you know, comfortable and whatever. And if it wasn't your friends and family buying or supporting your first go round or a couple of rounds, how were you getting the name out there for people to see it, know it, make noise? Like, what were you doing?
I was doing a lot of footwork. I did trunk shows on Slauson and Western, and then like on Slauson and in Manchester and like where was it? Manchester and Western. Yeah, I would just do like trunk shows and stuff like that. I was in the Slauson Super Mall, but also like I did like a lot of footwork. I did pop-up shops. I would just even do like little promotions and stuff where like I would give off pieces, you know, to like different people and stuff like that, just to like have them promote my brand and stuff. But mostly it was just like footwork. Like I'm out on the streets, like, hey, you know, shop my brand. Or, you know, if I see like a guy or like a girl, you know, like at the store or like, you know, at the gas station, I'm like, hey, you know, I sell clothes, you know, you look good in a tracksuit. I got them in the trunk, like, you know, what you need. Like, so yeah, it's definitely just footwork and communicating with people. That's it.
And that's literally more than half the battle, to be honest. Getting people to at least understand and get that brand awareness out there. I also saw that you had, I don't know, at one point on a bus stop, you know, the taglines or like the promotions there. Don't worry, we saw it, girl. Like, how was that? Like, how did you get that going? How did that promotion happen where you had, and for folks who don't understand what I just said, like in terms of, like, let's say you're sitting at a bus stop or you're walking past a bus stop, you see a sign or promotion. House of Mirror was on there doing, you know, you were doing your thing. How did that happen?
Okay, so in 2019, I was trying to launch like a campaign or whatever, and I had met somebody in a marketing company, and they were really good with like the bus benches, with the billboards, the digital billboards and stuff like that. So I'm like, hey, like I can give you some free merchandise if you're willing to like collaborate with me and put myself up there. So it was kind of like that, like we collaborated. So they did the bus benches for 3 months, and then we did the digital billboards for about 2 months, and it was lit from there. It was lit. It was my first one. But yeah, so the next campaign that we're doing now is even going to be way more larger than life. Like we're talking bus benches, billboards, all that stuff too. But definitely I feel like when it comes to like the billboards and like bus bench marketing and stuff, you just have to go online and research as well, because I've noticed that like a lot of like people tell you, oh, it's like $10,000, it's like $50,000, and you are not going to pay like thousands of dollars. Like I literally didn't pay thousands of dollars, and on my next round I'm not paying no thousands of dollars to like make it happen. So I feel like if you just do your research and you reach out to people and like really talk to them, they're going to want to work with you, like for sure. You got to do the work, like, and you got to hit people up. Like don't be afraid to like hit people up and be like, I need to be on that bus bench, like I need to be on that billboard, like this is my brand, I believe in it, like what we got to do. So
you know what, I'm hearing a lot when it comes to like just entrepreneurs. We've been interviewing a lot of entrepreneurs, and it's been just like this hustle, but like this network mentality of just like talking to people, really just putting yourself out there. I think you don't know the questions that you don't ask. So if you are not putting yourself out there in a sense to be like, hey, I would like to do this or collab or come to you with a product that I could provide for you for X, or provide a different service for you in exchange for something else. That's really the main theme that I'm hearing a lot. So for all of my people out there that are listening or watching, and you guys are entrepreneurs, like that is like one of the main takeaways that I've definitely been learning.
Yeah. And also to not get rid of, let's say, traditional marketing. Like we're so focused on, we got to be on Instagram, we got to do social media, you have to hit people up, DMs, but you're doing that, but also have the bus benches, digital billboards. People are still outside, or at least, engaging with the world in a more traditional way. And
yeah,
so obviously it's beneficial.
I mean, honestly, I'm still looking at billboards. Like I was on Slauson a couple weeks ago, and I saw like the Omari. I was like, Omarion has a new album? I didn't even know, but it was on the billboard and I saw it passing. So the billboards do be working. So yes.
Love that. We also think it's so powerful that you're, resilient about redefining yourself. Like you weren't always a fashion designer. You kind of teed that up and said that earlier, but you were always an entrepreneur. You were always obviously a hustler. So give us more insight into your background and what got you to this moment.
Okay, so I feel like what really got me there was like I got tired of like, because I used to dance, so like exotic dancing and stuff like that, and I got like really tired of it. Like it just wasn't like satisfying my soul, like it wasn't satisfying my spirit. Like I was tired of people just treating me different, looking at me different, acting different towards me and stuff like that. So I'm just like, I need something that's gonna like uplift me. Like again, I wanted to uplift people, but I also needed to uplift myself, and I needed to do something that was like positive, and completely like a 360 from that type of life. Because I feel like when you live the fast life, you're supposed to start young, you're supposed to get out young, or like it's not something you do like for 50 years, and you're like old, and you're like, no. But if you have to do it, like you do what you have to do and you get out. But that was really my reason for like starting House of Tymera too. Like I was just tired of like doing that. Like I wanted people to like know me, but I didn't want them to know me as like Ty, like the dancer, like I want you to know me as Tymera, the entrepreneur, the businesswoman. Like she carries herself a certain type of way, like, this and this and that, like everything positive, like nothing negative. But I feel like me like going through that and stuff gave me like leverage and like kind of confidence, because it's like now I have this alter ego Ty, and she's like really like like a boss, like she doesn't care, like she'll say what's on her mind, like it is what it is. So like I've used like some of the lessons and stuff that I've learned from that life, and I put it into my current life, and I feel like it also helps with House of Tymera. So definitely I think the dancing and stuff kind of initially led me to like House of Tymera, despite me having like my little fashion history and stuff like that. It was really like, I'm tired of doing this stuff. Like, I just want a new life. Like, I want y'all to look at me differently. Like, I am more than this, like I have so much more, like, and I can offer so much more. So I just really got tired.
I mean, change happens when you get tired and you're kind of like, you know what, it's time to do something different. I mean, I'm so curious because, you know, we're huge, obviously, you know, P-Valley fans. We love, you know, Players Club, like all that kind of stuff. Like when you talk about the things that you learned and the experiences that you had to say, like, no, I'm applying this to everyday life. Like what were some of those? Like, and if what I just said, if P-Valleys and Players Club was actually like not a correct depiction at all, as to your experience. I'm like, curious. No. If you're like, no, Diamond, no. what was the actual situation like? And how does that then, what skills did you take from that to say, no, this can be applied to everyday life and you guys should know?
I feel like definitely like the hustle mentality, like, you know, just getting up and going to get it, like for sure, like I took from that, but also to be just like kind of like badass and like just don't take anything like from nobody. Like, you know, I've definitely learned that from, you know, my past life. And then just like really just like standing up for myself and like owning like my confidence. I feel like when you do that type of stuff, like it's a certain level of confidence that you have to have because you're showing off your body and stuff like that, you know, basically like that's all you're showing. So it's like, if you're not confident, like you can't do that. So you have to build up your confidence and stuff. And I've definitely brought that into my current life because I'm incredibly gorgeous, beyond fearless, and extremely confident. And I like try to, you know, make other women feel like that as well. But it was all because of my past. Like, I don't feel like if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be the person that I am today, like for sure. Yeah.
1000%. You know what? I have to say, like, I would love to have an alter ego.
Can you hear her voice right now? I think that's the alter ego.
And I would just like to say that whenever I get my man, that I want to low-key be a stripper for my man, okay? I think that like hip-hop dancers and strippers have the most amazing like confidence level. Like you own your body in a way that people are like afraid to do, and you do it. And you're getting like to be on display, to be showing off your body in a way that is, most of the time you would feel insecure about it, but the way you guys own it on the stage, I'm trying to tell you, like I've been to a few strip clubs, okay? And I'm just like, I need to learn how to be like this. Like, how are you so excited and confident when you get up on the stage? Like, I am not kidding.
It's true.
I'm, and you know what? How do you even feel about this whole, like, I feel like because of P-Valley and Hustlers, that movie with Jennifer Lopez, I feel like it's kind of almost been like glamorized. I feel like it's not even as shameful as it has been in the past for people to be like, oh my God, you're a stripper, you're gross, you're whatever the like depiction of what a stripper is. I feel like now it's more like, damn, okay, you see what she could do. Like, I feel like it's more glamorous. How do you feel about the different perception of a stripper? Do you feel like when you say that people are still giving you like hell about it, or do you feel like people are more accepting?
Well, I don't feel like people ever really like gave me hell about it, because like when I mentioned it, they're like, oh, really? I didn't know, you don't look like that. You know, they hit me with that. So I'm used to that, and I still get that when I say that. But I feel like now, like they do publicize it as just being like so glamorous, and it's very blitzful, and you know, this and this and that. And don't get me wrong, it really is. And it's fun, you know, like you're making a lot of money. Like, and I feel like what helps build your confidence is like, you get all these people around you, like, oh, you look good. Like, you know, this and this and that. They say all these nice things about you. So you're like, yep, that's me. I do. You're right. I agree. Like, you're just like taking it all in and stuff like that. So I feel like that like helps you build up your confidence. But definitely, like, I feel they do like change it around, and you know, like it's all a whole bunch of glitz and glamour, but it's not. It's really not. It's a lot of hard work. Okay, like let's just put that out there. Like a lot of nights, well, not a lot of nights, depending on like where you work at and stuff, you can come home like with no money, but you've been working there like for like 8 hours, let's just say maybe more, you know, and you've been talking, you've been walking, you've been dancing, like, you know, and you haven't made nothing. So it's really a job. Like it's a full-time job. Like it's a real 9 to 5, you know, and it takes like a lot of heart. And I feel like also like you have to have like courage, because some people will like put you down, you know, like they will say like bad stuff about you, or like they will like try not to tip you, you know, give you your money's worth. So you have to like know, like, I'm not playing, like this is not a game. Like this is my money. So, you know, but I do feel like they publicize it differently for sure, but it's not all glitz and glamour, like, and it comes with a lot of like risks at that, you know, like just like even with girls, like girls are very envious, they're very jealous of you, they will steal your money, like don't leave your money in the lockers and stuff. Like you have to carry everything on you, because it's not just like the men that you have to look off for, like girls will try to set you up too. So, you know, they don't publicize that, you know, it's all we're friends, or they might say, you know, like we don't get along, this and that, but they don't really go deep into it. So it's a fun life, but it's a scary life as well. Let's just say that.
Very real. I guess, how have you used that? Because I feel like from what you described, I feel like you start to feel, I wouldn't say paranoid, but just like, okay, I got to watch my back. I got to watch my back at every single turn. I don't trust you, or you. So now when you're like creating your business, your House of Tymera, and you have to go to these retailers, you have to talk to these wholesalers, you have to make your connections with, you know, the customers, the billboard. How are you being like, okay, like I have to trust this person to like, how are you getting over those things that you've now, you know, collected from your past?
I look at it as like a business relationship and not as like I'm in competition with this person, or like I have to be worried about this person like trying to take from me. More so it's like I have to be like just worried about us giving to each other and like working with each other, you know, like if I do my part, they're gonna do their part, you know, if they don't, then we'll X them out. But you know, usually if I do my part, you're gonna do your part, and that's how we build. So I just like stop being afraid and like just stop like kind of having that mindset, like everybody's trying to get over on me, everybody's trying to like do me wrong, and like nobody's like for me, everyone's out to get me, and like really let that go and just be like, okay, like start thinking like a businesswoman, start thinking like the person that you're trying to become. So that's like kind of what helps.
Right, absolutely. Was there, I know you said, you know, in general, it was a fast life, you knew there was more to you and more that you wanted to do, but was there a specific moment? A lot of folks have the idea of like, or have when they're thinking back to when they got started, a level of almost divine intervention when something crazy happens, you're like, you know what, God, or whoever you believe in, to say, this is it for me. Like now I need to turn past and turn into something that I've always wanted to do, and now's the time. Like, did you have a moment like that, or was it more so you always had this idea, and if not now, then when?
No, I actually had two moments. I feel like the first one, I had went to a bachelor's party, and it was like all Mexicans, and the dancers that they wanted them to be Mexican. So the girl who hired me, she didn't tell me that. So it was like me and my other friend, of course, you know, we're African-American and we're walking up in here. So when we go in there, they're just looking at us like crazy, you know, like they're just like mad dogging us, like giving us these like ugly looks and stuff. And, you know, usually when you go to those type of parties, they like treat you accordingly. Like they'll take you to your room. Like, this is where you get dressed at. This is what you want. Like, you want something to drink, you know, this and that. So it was like the vibes were just like so bad. Like I've never felt like, what is it? Racism. There we go. Complete racism. That's exactly what it was. Like they didn't treat us right, nothing like that. Like the tips weren't even that good. And then let's say my second experience was at Ace of Diamonds. I think like when they had first opened and stuff, like I went there, I got hired, and it was just like I was like dancing, I was working this and that, and everything was going good. Like I got on stage, like I partnered with the girl, we were dancing. After we got off the stage, like she ended up like taking some of my money. So like that was like strike one. And then afterwards, like I was like dancing with the guy and stuff, and it just like something like dawned on me. Like I literally was just like dancing on him, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, I don't want to be here. Like, I really just don't want to be here. And I just like started feeling like so bad. I'm just like, I need to get up out of here. Like, I need to just like, I need to leave. Like, I don't need to be here. And then like, it was a guy, like, I think he like smacked my butt, and it just like really irritated me. Like it just did something to me. I promise you. So I'm just like, I just can't be here. Like, I gotta go. Like, and don't get me wrong. Like before, when it has happened before, like, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, are you going to tip? Like, you know, I'll say something, you know, to like build up, like, you know, my hustle, whatever, like, let's get more money. But at that point, I was just like so annoyed, and I'm just like, this is not for me. Like, no, like first somebody taking my money, then somebody smacking me. Like, what is this? I can't win for losing. It was something.
I hear that. She was like, this life is not for me.
I'm going to make my clothes. I'm going to do my thing. Right. Build my brand. Yeah, you did all the above. What I love about, even when you're sharing the story right now and your experiences overall, is just you have, like I said, at the top, such a positive attitude. And I think, honestly, that's half the battle for a lot of folks. Half the battle just to get that mindset to then achieve those goals. But you've got half the battle. So like, through life, and you kind of touched on it, but I really want to make sure that people understand that it's a journey. But, you know, did you have to learn to be that way, or were you always like this?
No, I felt like I've always been like very happy, very bubbly, you know, just like that, very positive spirit. But I feel like it's also kind of like my defense mechanism, you know, like when I'm going through stuff or just when I'm feeling a certain type of way, like I smile, like I laugh, like especially when I'm really sad or like I'm very depressed. I crack the most jokes, like I laugh the most, like I do the silliest stuff, you know. So it's just like it's kind of a defense mechanism, but it's always been there. Definitely, it's always been there. Like I just want to make people happy, and I want to be happy. Like I feel like if you smile, you'll get, you know, you won't get wrinkles and stuff, and you know, you'll be happy. So
I think it's literally like proven that like even if you're upset or something and you just start laughing, even if it's like a fake laugh, obviously, that eventually it'll start to turn into a real laugh, and that'll help with your mood. And I think that that's been like scientifically proven. You guys can Google it if you guys don't believe me. So yeah, I think that in a way with like the defense mechanism of being like, I'm just gonna stay happy, I'm gonna stay in this joy, I'm gonna try to just not focus on what's bringing me down, but focus on what I'm blessed with. And I think that that's a great way to look at things.
But I think it's also interesting too that you're saying like it's not all roses, you know what I mean? So I think that's what people need to understand. Like you don't necessarily like, yes, you can be happy like 95% of the time, even 100% of the time, that's great. But like you said, some of it may be a defense mechanism. And so you never really know what someone else is going through. Like, did you develop that from something, or you kind of, from what you could remember, you've always had that as even though it's a positive mindset, at least somewhat of like, this is my defense mechanism? Or was there something that happened to say like, you know what, now I need to start smiling through it all?
I feel like it was always there, but I feel like my mom, like I watch her, like she's so freaking strong, and like she shows like no pain, like, you know, it's just like strong woman, like I've got this. So I've kind of like developed that in a sense to the point where like I'm a strong woman, but like I don't cry, like I'll just smile. So if I'm hurting, I'm just gonna smile, like, you know, it is what it is, let me just smile and just get it over with, you know. So definitely from my mom, but I also feel like it's just kind of there, like in a sense.
Yeah. What advice can you share for some folks that might be hoping to start their own business in the fashion world? Start from scratch and do anything, you know, in a sense. Like, what advice do you have for folks?
I would say first, it starts within the mind. Like, get your mind together first. Like, know exactly what you want to do, what direction you want to go in, and like tell yourself that you're unstoppable and know that you're unstoppable. So it starts within the mind first. And then I would say, like, don't be afraid to change. Like you can change like every second. If you want to be somebody different every second, so be it. Like, and who is anybody else to tell you that you can't change, you know? So don't be afraid of other people's opinion. Like change if you want to. Like you don't have to be the same person you was yesterday. And just be like fearless. Like go for it. Go get it. Like go talk, like closed mouths don't get fed, like just go for it. I feel like there's like so much positive stuff that like lies on the other side of fear. So like whatever you're afraid of, do it. Like do it 1,000 times, do it 1,000 times over, do it 1,000,000 times over. Like just keep doing it to the point where like you feel like no fear, but definitely do everything that scares you. Definitely go get it, and definitely like don't be afraid to change.
Yes. Tymera, you don't come with the word on that, okay?
Yes.
I want to just highlight the things that we've talked about and then get into like next steps. So like we have Tymera, we came from different struggles in life, okay? We had a positive turnaround and wanted to start something that was ownership, okay? Black owned business, and we started House of Mara. We got our wholesale license. And then from there, we went downtown, we gathered our clothes, we went to Michael's, we were hand pressing and hand shipping and putting everything together, okay? Like that, we're a one-man show, one-woman show. And now what is next, okay? Because you gave us everything. So right now, we're at a place where we are selling. We have our own custom pieces. You make custom pieces. So if someone wanted to come to you and say, hey, I have a birthday party, or I have, you know, whatever event going on and I need a certain top, and are you collaborating with that designer? Are you helping? Like if I came to you and was like, girl, I need a whole outfit, I need you to help me. Are we like, can I tell you my ideas and then you help sketch it out, back and forth process, and you just put it together just like that?
Yes, honestly. And we can go over different fabrics and stuff. Like I'll send you different fabrics. You tell me what you like. Or if you have fabrics already that you like, you know, you can send them to me, and then I can like go out and find like the exact same fabric or stuff like that. So most definitely, yes.
Where did you even get these sewing skills? Sewing is not easy. Like what?
No. I started sewing by hand. So I learned with the little sewing needle. Like I used to sew hair. So I sewed the hair too. I used to sew my mom's hair. And then like I said, from school, from trade tech, they teach you how to use the like sewing machine. So the industrial sewing machine is the one I started with. Then I got me a brother sewing machine. And then it was on from there. Like it was a wrap. It was lit.
Get patterns and get the shape and size of somebody right. And
I watch Project Runway and I'm like, oh child, like that workroom would have me in tears.
Oh my god, literally, totally.
I'm obsessed with it.
Go on
but
Project
you need
Runway.
to try that. Yes, I was like, this sounds like
yes. Tymera, okay, Project Runway. We're putting in an application for you tomorrow. Okay,
easily. We're here for it.
What are the next steps for House of Mera?
Okay, so I have a natural beauty campaign that's launching next month, and it's totally about women empowerment, loving the skin that you're in, like just enjoying your natural beauty. And then from there, we're rebuilding my website, and then I'm working on my brick and mortar. I've been speaking to like a couple of people. My goal is to get it on Melrose, like in the 700 block. So preferably on Melrose and Harper, where we had our first bus bench at, if I can get that location. Lord. So yeah, so the campaign, the website, and the brick and mortar. That's what I'm working on as of right now.
Beautiful.
That's
I love
insane.
that. I love that. I mean,
are we growing? We're growing a team over there, growing a whole empire.
Yes.
At House of Mera. Okay.
Yes.
Love to hear that. I mean, guys, and obviously we got another empire that y'all should know about.
1000%
the empire is.
Okay. What is the empire, girl?
The empire is the show, the Black Creators Club, and the best way you can repay us is to share the show with a friend, to subscribe to our YouTube page, or Apple, or Spotify podcast. All of it is at the Black Creators Club. When you do, please rate it, leave a review, and comment on the show on YouTube if you loved what you heard, and we'll read fan shoutouts on the air. So also, if you have questions, suggestions for folks that we should have on as guests, or simply want to talk to us, again, feel free to message us at the Black Creators Club or email us at theblackcreatorsclub@gmail.com.
Okay, please. You guys already know what it is. Season 2, we coming in hot with all of our guests. They have amazing things to share and to show and to give y'all tips. Yeah. You guys, listen, we have a whole fashion stylist brand right here. So you guys, questions, please message us, okay? Because we will get to Tymera, and she will tell us everything, okay? Yeah. But now let's get into a game. Let's play a little game. You ready? Are you ready?
We're ready. Oh, she's sitting up. She's ready.
She's ready. Okay. So the game is called Phone a Stylist, which is going to be our beautiful guest, Tymera. We are going to give you scenarios of where we're going, and then you are going to tell us how you would dress us.
Okay.
So the first one we're going, where are we going? Brunch with the girls. We're going to brunch. What are you dressing us in?
Brunch with the girls. I would say either a nice, maybe like maxi dress, or maybe some nice like high-waisted bell-bottom jeans with like a nice top. Either it can be like a tucked-in top, like a bodysuit, maybe with like a little V-neck opening and like some nice accessories and some pretty cute earrings. Definitely got to have like our watch on because it's really cute. We can throw on some sandals, or we can do some heels with that. Preferably the heels, because you're going out with your girls, so you want to look a little bit grownish. So I would say the heels, but if you want to be comfortable, by all means, your sandals. But so the maxi dress or the jeans and the nice, really cute shirt.
I mean, it's bell bottoms for me.
Me too.
It's bell bottoms for me.
Me too. Me too.
I'm
going off number 2.
Yes. So what about date night?
Ooh, date night. I would have to say maybe a nice tight black dress, very fitted, just to like accentuate like all your curves. Not too many like accessories, maybe like some nice earrings, like some nice, very like cute heels, like 1 strap, 2 at most, but very just like sleek, very elegant, like just not too much, but definitely like accentuating your curves. Yeah. Wow. And the dress.
Love that.
Okay. The next one is the family barbecue. We want to be cute at the family barbecue.
She said, too. First of all, are we going?
Right. Her face was like, what? Family barbecue, child. Put on some jeans and a t-shirt and stop playing with us. Okay. That's what she was saying. That's what her face said.
That's what we read it.
Right.
No, so I feel like, okay, so if it's like the family, like you can be very nice, you can be very chill. Like if you're like very girly, you can wear like, you know, your nice sandals with maybe like some cute shorts or even like some capris and like a nice little top, preferably maybe like a graphic t-shirt, you know, it could be distressed, that'll be like really cute. Or maybe just like, yeah, I said some jeans already, or some tennis shoes, maybe like some Nikes or something, like, you know, with your graphic t-shirt and nice little strap bag to go over it. You don't want to be carrying too much around. You might be dealing with the family, kids, stuff like that. So nothing that's going to just be like hanging on you like too much, like some nice earrings, very simple, very cute, maybe like a nice little watch, but very just like chill and very relaxed. So jeans and like a top. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And the idea of just being hands-free, because it's true. You will end up with
somebody shout or 2 plates of food.
Or two plates of food.
You gotta balance it all. You gotta balance it all.
That's true. What about a job interview? You're going in for a job interview. You're still on that 9-to-5 track. What would you do?
Okay, so I think you can do like some nice slacks and, you know, like the fitted top with like the jacket, the blazer, that's really cute with like some nice black heels. Or you can do like the pencil skirt with like your tuck-in shirt that's like a little bit flared, you know, like at the shoulders. I think that'll be really cute with some nice heels as well. Maybe like one bracelet and like some studs and like a nice little diamond necklace, just like with one little diamond right here. Nothing too much, nothing too major. But definitely like either the slacks or the blazer or the pencil skirt and shirt.
Yeah, I take pencil skirt.
I like that.
Right, the flared shoulders. Yeah, that's pretty. And then keep it simple because I always have my little simple jewelry on. Simple. Okay, girl, we going on vacation. We trying to go somewhere nice. We're on a tropical island. We have the sand and the wind blowing through our face. So what are you packing us? What are we wearing?
Lots of bikinis. Okay, let's just put it out there. Lots of swimwear. Okay, you're gonna enjoy yourself. I'm thinking, of course, like maxi dresses, but more so like just like the flowy dresses. Nothing like too fitted. Just very like free floral prints. Lots of definitely lots of colors. Lots of nice accessories. I'm thinking of a hat. Like the brim hats are like really cute. And what else? I don't think we need any jeans out there. So definitely like maxi dresses, nice little skirts, nice fitted, like little two pieces with like the floral prints and stuff like that. Even like the 3-piece bikinis, you know, with like the with the skirt that flares out, that see-through, the mesh skirt. You guys seen that? It's really cute. So yeah, those would be the looks.
I want to go on vacation like now.
I have some mesh pants that I got from Fashion Nova and I love them. They're nice and see-through. You get to see their cover up, but you can really see the whole body.
I love that. Those are the best cover-ups. It's like I'm really not covering up.
I'm really not covering up. But I'm gonna put this on for you.
I'll put it on if you need me to do that to get into the restaurant. But
I'm gonna still be naked out here. Okay.
What about an award show? You get to design someone or dress. Let's say Rihanna. You mentioned Rihanna. You mentioned Kimora Lee Simmons, Naomi Campbell. You're dressing one of them or dressing us for the award show. What are we wearing?
You are wearing a nice fitted dress. I feel like it'll be, let's say, with rhinestones or like diamonds, preferably like hand sewn into it. And the dress has to fit you like completely like perfect. I would say maybe like a corset top, and then it can like flare at the bottom. Maybe like a trail. A trail would be like really, really nice. And I'm thinking maybe either between like a yellow, a black, white, and like a mint green. We can like either play with those colors around, even like maybe mix some colors together within like the dress, like the sequins at the top, like right here. Maybe like a pinup like hairstyle kind of, you know, like with the little curls coming down in the front. I would say some stud earrings. And if the dress actually has like a lot going on right here, we don't really need a necklace, so no necklace. Yeah. Some nice heels.
Me too. The corset.
Yeah.
Suck me in, pull me up. Like I need it all. So yeah, absolutely. We need the corset. It's a must. The next one is high tea with the queen. Pinky rub.
Well, you definitely have to be very classy, okay? Let's just keep it at that, okay? So you'll have your nice, oh my God, I don't even know what those hats are called.
Fascinator hats.
Okay, yes. The nice church hats, the fashion hats, you know, the ones that look really, really good. I would say you'll have your nice pencil skirt with your blazer to match exactly. It's a whole set. And you'll have like a nice dress up, like button up shirt underneath. And preferably you'll just like button one little top right here, just one little button at the top to keep, you know, everything in order. The cleavage won't be showing. And you'll have on some nice pumps, some closed toes pumps.
With Queen Elizabeth, honey.
Right. we're going with the church lady chic. Okay, that's what we're doing with the Queen. We're going church lady chic. Okay.
You are not gonna catch me outside, no palace gates. So okay, great. And the last one that we have, you're meeting Beyonce. What are you styling us? What are you wearing? What's the deal?
Oh wow. I'm meeting Beyonce. I feel like I'm dressing in all House of Mera. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna wear my House of Mera bodysuit. I'm gonna wear our jeans that has like our logo on it. And I'm gonna wear some really nice sandals from House of Mera with all House of Mera accessories and everything. I'm gonna try to brand as much as possible and make sure everything that I'm wearing says like House of Mera to the fullest. Like I want her to see it. She needs to know.
Yes, energy.
Right, energy all the way. That was the way.
That's the way
that's
to
the way to end it. Okay, that's what it is. You know what, Tymera, we've had such a great time with you today. Like this has been amazing. You really talked about your story, so thank you so much for being open and vulnerable with that. Because you know we know it was difficult. It's not easy to talk about your past, but you have not only you busted through the ceiling of what it is that people want to put you in this box. Girl, you were out of the box.
Yes.
You were out of the box. So anyone who wants to check out House of Mera and Tymera herself, where can they find you on social or your website?
So yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram at Tymera's Amazing, and you can find House of Mera at House of Mera, and then you guys can shop our website at www.houseofmera.com.
Yes,
perfect.
Love it.
We'll be looking for that summer vibe, that spring summer collection, girl. We out here. Okay. And where can I find you?
Yes, you can find me chatting business, pop culture, and overall lifestyle at Aquila Friends. And Ebony, where can they find you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram. Y'all can find me chatting all Black businesses, highlighting Black-owned businesses at Ebony Chapman 12.
Yes, and of course, keep up with the Black Creators Club at the Black Creators Club on all platforms.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining. And please remember to always abide by your ABCs.
Always be creating.
Thank you so much. Have a good one. See you next time.